Alright guys, so I'm first going to be trying out this e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this all over the media. And I'm so excited to use it because a lot of people actually love this. And I actually got this a while ago and I've just been waiting to sit down and test it out with you guys. I got it in the shade 140W with warm golden undertones. So I hope it's my shade. So I'm just gonna shake it a little bit. I'm gonna put it in the back of my hand. I'm gonna do 2 pumps. And I'm gonna be using a beauty blender, and you could tell that's pretty solid. It's not liquidy. It actually does not have a smell. It's very light, like it doesn't have a crazy smell, but yeah. So it definitely is my shade. On a previous video, I told you guys I'm more of a warm undertone, which is more of that yellow. And this definitely has it. Definitely full coverage right off the bat. It already covered a lot. So I honestly think maybe with just 1 pump, you would be fine. All right, looking up close, it leaves a very, very nice finish. The finish is very beautiful. It's not super glowy because I know it's a CC cream, so normally CC creams are more on like the hydrating side, but this is not too hydrating. Your skin looks hydrated, but it doesn't leave like that glowy look like the the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydro Maniac. This one does leave a lot of glowiness to your skin, but this e.l.f. CC cream actually leaves a beautiful, beautiful finish. Like your skin looks so smooth. It doesn't look drying, but at the same time, it looks healthy, if that makes sense. I know I said it looks like it's full coverage, but I want to say it's more on like the medium full, just because I could see a tiny bit of a redness peeking through right here. And some of my imperfections are still peeking through, but it definitely covers though. All right, we're gonna move on to the next product that I'm gonna be trying out. This is fairly an old product. I don't think it's new, but it's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And I got it in the shade Light Ivory. I also got it in a darker shade, and I got it in Rich Ebony. And I'm gonna use this to contour. Hopefully it's that perfect cool contour shade, but we'll see. So I'm gonna try the concealer. I haven't tried, I don't think, any of e.l.f.'s concealers. Right off the bat, swatching it in the back of my hand, it's a little too pink for me. So I'm just gonna use it right there to kind of cover up my dark circles. It definitely looks hydrating. So after blending it out, it actually doesn't look bad. I don't know if it's the concealer or the e.l.f. CC cream, but blending out, but using this brush, I'm noticing that it's like picking up the product and it's like leaving like a reddish mark, which is my skin. If you guys notice this little red on my nose, I mentioned in the previous review on the Urban Decay Hydromaniac that any foundation, any product that I try and put on my nose, it doesn't cover for some reason. And you guys could tell right here that that redness is still peeking through. So I'm gonna use a little more of that concealer and I'm gonna blend it out with the Beauty Blender. So it seems to be blending out a little bit better with the Beauty Blender. I'm loving the concealer so far because it's making my skin look so healthy looking, and it's not too hydrating to the point where it's like, you know, like that super glowy finish. So before I go in and set my whole face, I'm actually gonna go ahead and use a darker shade in Rich Ebony to do cream contour. Oh my goodness gracious. That is so dark, so I'm probably just gonna do tiny dots, maybe just like that, and I think that's gonna be too much. That's very, very dark. It looks like it's a nice cool tone, but it's very, very dark. I'm actually gonna go in with the Beauty Blender and blend that out with this. It's definitely a very beautiful contour shade. That's gonna be dark. Just want to make sure you're blending it out and not having any harsh edges. On my nose looks a total mess. So I'm gonna use some of the concealer and clean that up a little bit. All right, so now I'm gonna set my face, and I'm gonna set it with, my Kat Von D setting powder. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm gonna use that lightest shade right here. Alright guys, I went ahead and finished contouring the rest of my face. I basically put it in the parts that I cream contoured in. And next, I'm going to move on to blush. So this is a new blush palette that I got, and it's from BH Cosmetics. They have different little palettes with different shades. I got the palette named Truffle. It has like the perfect pink tones, and it does have one that's kind of like peachy, which it's this one. So I'm gonna grab this shade and mix those two. So it's a very pretty pink tone. It's not anything crazy. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I did also do my eyebrows off camera. All right guys, for the next exciting product that I'm gonna be using, I'm so excited for this, and it's not very new. I believe it's kind of old, but when I was on the Ulta website, I came across this and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. But it's the Tropical Twilight Tammy Times Makeup Revolution, and it's this palette right here. I haven't tried this palette yet, but oh my goodness, those shades just look so pretty. So these two rows right here are actually just like matte colors. The second row right here is shimmers, and then the last row is more like glittery shades plus shimmers, because they're not as glittery, but the consistency is just different from the other shades. So I'm first gonna go in with Dawn, which is this shade right here, and I'm gonna use that to set my whole eyelid. A lot of like the newer palettes that a lot of brands are coming out with really didn't like intrigue me, but when I saw this palette, it just looks so cool, and I love that it's more of like a drugstore brand, if that makes sense. But Makeup Revolution is actually, or has been, stepping up their game a lot, and they actually have a lot of very nice products. All right guys, next, I'm not sure what I want to do, but just looking at all these shades, I kind of want to use all of them. And I'm thinking I might be using this whole row right here. It might be a disaster, it might be pretty good idea, but so I'm first gonna go in with that yellow, and then I'm gonna work my way through that whole row, and I'm gonna apply all those shadows on my lid, and then we'll see how it comes out. Wow, that's a very pigmented yellow. All right, next we're gonna pick up that light orangey shade called Sunrise right here. Next, I'm gonna go in with Mojito, which is this greenish shade right here. I'm gonna skip this purple right here because we're gonna use the purple at the end. All right, guys, I know this is looking a little bit crazy. All right, we're just gonna apply the colors and then just try and fix it at the end. Next, I'm actually gonna go in with that darker green right here. Again, I'm gonna skip that blue, this blue right here, because we're gonna make sure that the greens stick together. Alright guys, so I have tried to fix the eyeshadow a little bit, and it looks a little better. You're able to see the colors a little more. As far as the blue shade at the end, that is still a little harder to blend. I don't know if you could tell, but it still looks a little chalky. I have cleaned it up with some setting powder just so the edges could look a little cleaner. And as far as my lower lash line, I applied the two purple shades, True Love and Twilight. This one right here and this other purple right here. I just mixed those two and I applied that in my bottom lash line. For the next product that I'm going to be trying out, it's going to be this mascara, the Maybelline New York Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I got it in waterproof. You guys know I've been on a hunt for a mascara for the longest. I've tried out other mascaras and they just don't seem to work for my lashes. They either bring my lashes down or they just don't hold my lash up. So I actually saw my sister-in-law, who also has a YouTube channel, do a review on this mascara, and she has smaller lashes, but the way that the mascara looked on her lashes, it looks so beautiful. So I decided to try it out. The first thing that I wanted to see was if they had it in waterproof, because if a mascara is not waterproof, then I know for sure it's not gonna hold my lash. So I was able to find it. So I'm gonna link my sister-in-law's YouTube channel down in my description below if you guys want to check out her channel. And let's try out this mascara. So I already curled my lashes. It's a very small wand and the bristles are barely there. So right off the bat, I could tell that it combs through each hair and it's so nice. So far, it's holding my lash up. It's not bringing my hairs down like other mascaras do. You guys, so far I am so impressed with this mascara. I am so happy that it's holding on, or it's holding my lash up, because it's hard to find a mascara that will hold my lash. This separates the hairs out so nice. I don't know if you guys are able to tell in comparison to the other eye. All right guys, so I am getting close up so you guys could see two things. I want you guys to see the eyeshadow and both the mascara. So first off, the mascara, you guys could see how beautifully it brushed through each single hair and it was able to hold up my lashes. You guys know that other mascaras that I've tried do not hold up my lashes. It kind of brings them down, but this mascara actually works beautifully with my lashes. So definitely will be using that. Another thing, the shadows, on this, it doesn't look as bad. I could probably blend out that blue a little bit more. But right here, I tried to clean it up with powder and it kind of just stained my skin. So it didn't really clean it up. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But other than that, right now the shadows don't look bad at all. The only thing I had a problem with was just the darker shades, like that darker green and darker blue. Those were a little harder to blend out, but overall, if you just take your time at the end, it will work out. But yeah guys, so I don't have any new products that I'm trying out for lashes or lip products, so I'm just gonna do that off camera and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I have finished completing the look. So for lips, I used this LA Girl Perfection Precision lip liner in the shade Sugar and Spice. For the lashes, I ended up using the Demi Wispies, which I think look perfect with this look. And as you can tell, I did add some gemstones just to kind of get your eye off of the choppiness that's in the shadows. I was having trouble blending out the darker shades like I mentioned earlier. And for my inner corner, I did end up using Starlight, which is this shade right here from the palette. And I ended up going in with a white liner in my bottom waterline. And yeah guys, overall I did love all the products that I used. The concealers were actually very hydrating, but not anything crazy. I did have to set it though because I knew it was gonna start creasing. The palette I actually did love. The only thing was those two darker shades. Obviously I didn't use any other shades from the palette, but the two darkest shades, Nightfall and Night Walk, were the two darkest that I used, and those were kind of hard to blend. I don't know if I just needed like a smoother base. I don't know what it was, but I definitely will keep playing with those shadows. Overall, I did like the palette. I did swatch some other shades, and the shades feel actually very smooth. And then Starlight, which I applied in my inner corner, was actually very pretty. And yeah guys, this completes this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me get ready and coming up with this crazy makeup look. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos from me. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.